Welcome to MLH Arts. Hi, this is MLH, and this is my first sketchbook tutorial. Oh, should I say sketchbooks? Oh, that's a bird. One of the first birds I tried drawing with a pencil, portrait style. Which, I'm adjusting the light, and this is a journey that we're on right here. This Most of these sketchbooks are me going from left hand to right hand, and that one's a fox thing. So square dude, cartoonish dude. I was trying to draw with my right hand. Had no glasses, so I was blind. Can't make out the next page. And sorry about not being able to make out the next page. I love that sketchbook just because of the tentacles. I might end up drawing those tentacles one day. I guess that's the reason why I draw a lot of tentacles, because you see it on a lot of artwork. And I'm guessing that's a car. I really can't make it out. It's really, really, really old stuff that I drawn a while ago. This one is figure drawings, and I guess I was trying to no, those are circles that I was trying to learn how to draw a circle with my right hand, an oval or whatever. Yep. I was trying to reteach myself how to draw faces. It was problematic with trying to learn that stuff new, because with my left hand I basically do it with my eyes closed. And cartoony doggy, and I got that from some kind of sketchbook that was given to me. Not sketchbook, a learning how to draw cartoon book. And this fox squirrel box looking thing that looks like from Angry Beavers. And then the sides of it, I could barely draw a cube. And I really tried. There's another cartoony head, the Angry Beavers. That was my jam back in the day when I was a kid, even though it was dumb looking back at it now. And I guess I was figure drawing right there. It's kind of very shapely, but hey, practice is practice. I mean, look at my drawings now. I would say I've relearned. It goes to anybody when you can always relearn when you lose something. That almost looks like Dexter, a round-headed Dexter. I guess I was trying to teach myself foreshortening again. I'm guessing a chubby-faced villain. Have no idea. Couldn't remember how to draw eyes, so I stuck with the Dragon Ball Z look. And that one guy's got a leg on his left shoulder. Gotcha. That's a blank page. That's another blank page. A glorious blank page that needs to be filled. And I'm guessing that's it with this book. And move onward to the other sketchbook. Sketch Diary. Brought to you by Walmart. Not sponsored, by the way. These sketchbooks are when you have no art store around you, but you can find the bazillion Walmarts and get one. And there's an action pose. This is me. Well, this sketchbook is kind of like from left hand to right hand. And I was drawing a scene, punching scene. That one's all in pen because at the time I had no pencil, and it was ballpoint pen, and I was trying to draw like a woman on the beach, and the same woman in a bikini with her arms crossed, and I don't care for this one. I guess she was supposed to have something in her left hand, and her hand looks funky to me, and um, and I was, I guess, drawing a scene in perspective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 perspective, and I guess that was supposed to be a corner building. A woman sitting on the foot of the bed, and another action scene. This one I saw a scene similar to that in a comic book in my head, so I had it stuck in my head all day. So I just drew from my head, which I normally do. And there's another You will be seeing the counter on the screen. And that is Bill. He's a murderous plumber. As I had a story for him. I still haven't gotten around to it. He's kind of terrifying looking. I used his shape for Inktober. It was for big. And I didn't know about alcohol markers when I was trying to color him in. And I messed up. It's a journey. It's a learning journey. That face way for the female was through another How to Draw Marvel book, and this one is the leg muscle detail. I kind of keep it as a reference. Now it's kind of stuck in my head. And that arm that's off to the right, up at the top, is kind of funky looking to me now. Spider-Man Unfinished. That one's in the old How to Draw the Marvel Way book. Even though it's a very old school book. But if you want to learn how to draw like a comic book artist, that's the book. Especially the old fashioned way. Learn the old fashioned way and then move yourself up to the new stuff. This one I drew left-handed and then I finished it with my right hand. And the bokeh background, that's all color pencil. Alright, watch the tutorial on YouTube. And then I was working a new way of sideward perspective on the head. Another female pose, skeleton pose, whatever you call that. And another male head shape, and at the very top, there's a little stick man admiring the artwork. And then there's a count of body something. I don't know. I was drawing somebody flying, I guess. No. I'm guessing he's diving, and so I didn't really like the pose, so I did it on that page. Having a hard time breathing today. Ate a big meal. And I'm guessing that's the dude flying pose, and I never finished it. There's a lot of stuff that I don't finish in the sketchbook. I guess that's why I was trying to come up with a new way to do figure drawing on a massive character. There's a drawing in that picture, but I can't make it out. It's a wolf howling at a moon It's the first time I was playing with charcoals. The moon looks funky. That was one of my first right hand drawings, and I didn't really have a reference for the moon. This one is you got the same catastrophe, the same markers as Bill did, and I was just working on arms because I was terrible at arms when I was switching over to my right hand. Just fiddling with a brush pen. Yeah, there's I can't read the date on it, but that's how I'm guessing that's how I used to sign, or if I still sign it that way. I don't know. I was trying to do a street art type of way. Oh, here's my favorite. It's a Zentangle. I call it Zen inking, and I wanted it to look trippy, so I did the big square and all the different squares and different colors. Well, different colors of shades, so they would pop out. And I had to go to the ER, so I worked on that. And here's another. I think this was a 1 point perspective drawing of bird's eye view of a city. That hero, I never finished him. Didn't really care for him, so. And I never did it in pen. And eventually, I plan on getting around to it. Some messed up worm looking thing. I didn't get around to it, whatever. This is right when I was getting around to drawing faces again. And I got discouraged because I messed up on his nose. His nose is crooked. And so there for a while, I just fell off the horse and just working on perspective, doing a regular house that you see in the neighborhood. And I'm turning pages really fast. And there's trees and grass and a couple trees. This is when I'm working towards my portrait style. So if you draw enough, you'll start to develop your own style. And that's why Inktober is important. It teaches you to draw every day. And then when you don't have, there's a city. When I draw cities, I tend to get bored with them because they're pretty much shapes with windows. That's Violator from Spawn. And if everybody's a Spawn fan, kind of like me. It'd be pretty cool if I did Violator in portrait form like I did Spawn. There's an Asian manga looking girl. I don't really care for her eye in this drawing. I did it way out of proportion. And this is a tutorial you can follow on that one somewhere on YouTube. It's the guy that draws Brody's ghost. And for some reason I did like this crazy manga drawing. I used to do a lot of manga art. And there he is, Wolverine. My first comic book character that I accomplished with my right hand is that one. I used a lot of whiteout. Very nervous on my inking. This one I did in dip brush inking because my pens died and I had enough ink for my brush. And I was trying to make clouds with the gray. This one is Spider-Man jumping over Rhino as he's barreling through the wall. And I was gonna do like this was gonna be the comic book cover, and I was gonna do like a comic around the whole subject. but I've been busy, so I haven't gotten around to that. Probably down the line, I'll get to it. This guy right here, he was supposed to be like, I was gonna sneak him in every background. He's gonna be like my Where's Waldo character, I guess. He was supposed to have like a yellow tie, all that good stuff. And this is me practicing with me like oval shape, head shape. More Zen inking, which is doodling basically. So when you can't think of nothing to draw, doodle. Something plastic that was in the book. So I just threw it in the trash. A table that I did a lot of wood textures on it. I drowned it in so much wood textures you can barely make out what I draw. And that was supposed to be with the perspective lines right there. I was supposed to do a kitchen surrounding. I got bored with it. It's not hard to get bored. There's the Gremlin dude that you saw in one of my first drawings and whatnot. And that is some kind of city of a house. And there's a female hero character that I was working on. And so I did her cape and her front face and the side view. I forgot what you call him. And Batman. It was my first time testing out pro markers. And let's just say pro markers hate sketch diary paper. And I didn't do very well with the sketch. There's Batman running on the rooftops. You can't make it out because the city's so drawn lightly. My mom said that I gave him too much of a flat butt, that he needed a George Clooney butt, like the one where George Clooney would. Anyways, that's the Hulk with a badly foreshortened bent arm. That day I must have been having a bad day. But these are just random cartoony characters that I had. And pretty soon I'll be getting to the end of this book. Moving on to the big one. Another long, lanky... Oh, that's my Scarecrow dude. I drew him for Inktober. And I was very obsessed with him. Oh, that's... he lived in the junkyard. I created him... And I can't remember. And he was supposed to go around with a monster truck. He's got bird-like wings and whatnot. Well, that's pretty much it. And next time I'm going to try to sound more excited on my sketchbook tutorials. And that was my Bristol board, standard for drawing comic book pages. And I leave you with this splash page that I've been working on for quite some time. And subscribe. Please leave a like if you like this video. And like and subscribe. And have a nice day. Please.